Oh, we're so much closer to the DC slate reveal by James Gunn. It seems like Jason Momoa couldn't stand by peacefully and not say something. So as you know, James Gunn is now the co-CEO of DC Studios, but he's got a lot of work to do on that Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is coming out this year. And even though he's saying goodbye to the MCU with that last cosmic comic book superhero movie, he has teased that he may be bringing over the Guardians of the Galaxy team over to DC. James Gunn says, "This cast are like my family," he says. "I cannot tell you how close I am to Chris Pratt and Palm and Dave, and Zoe, and Karen. But I also know I will work again with all those people individually again," he adds, laughing, "probably at my other job." And we know that job to be DC, which is not too surprising because Palm Clementif did actually appear in the Suicide Squad. But who are these characters going to play? Who knows? They could be major characters in DC or side characters in DC. But suffice to say, he already has a bunch of actors ready to come over and help him out. But there is one person who is definitely sure that he is indeed going to be part of this new DCU future. That gentleman is Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa went on his Instagram today to hype up about his DCU future.
No, I want you. I left 4 years ago. I was screaming, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Screaming when I left Warner Brothers. Right? Everyone's in the meeting. 4 years again. It's a mystery, baby. We got, I got some really good news. Great news with Warner Brothers. Amazing. Wish I could tell you, but here it is. Peter, I love you. James, I love you. David. Okay. Mwah! To the future. Baby! Picture me rolling.
And yes, it's Jason Momoa. He hypes up about anything. So this literally could just be more Aquaman, which would make kind of sense because if James Gunn is continuing Peacemaker Season 2, well, Jason Momoa did appear as Aquaman in Peacemaker Season 1. But all indication goes that this may be the dream role that he has always wanted. Jason Momoa has always wanted to be a bad guy. Specifically, he wanted to be Lobo. And not to mention, when he was on that talk show, he did mention that he doesn't care to work out too much anymore, so I'm guessing he wouldn't mind just wearing like a motorcycle jacket or a vest. And with a lot of different prosthetics, he could definitely pull off the Lobo role. I mean, Lobo seems to be meant for this guy. Well, that's the thing, Lobo is a villain. And not to mention, he's a very popular villain for Superman. And we don't know who's going to be the next Superman yet. There's a lot of different rumor fan casting, but James Gunn had said that his thoughts are that no one has been cast as Superman. For him, casting, as is almost always the case with him, will happen after the script is finished or close to finish. And apparently it isn't. But that doesn't mean he's not working on creating that Superman script by hitting the comic books. He has teased many times different comics that he likes about Superman, but he recently teased another one. The secret to happiness is starting the morning with coffee and comic books, and that comic book is Grant Morrison's All-Star Superman. The series revolves around Superman, who is dying due to overexposure to the sun as he accomplishes many heroic feats, the 12 labors of Superman, and attempts to make peace with the world before his imminent death. Now, I don't think he's actually going to be adapting this popular comic book. I think he's just taking in all these different Superman stories and going to make his own. But if I were to guess, and this is just a guess, if Jason Momoa is indeed Lobo, he is a Superman villain, I think it would be kind of cool that we start off a new Superman movie story with Jason Momoa as the main villain, Lobo, fighting a young Superman. I'm kind of expecting something almost in the line of Man of Tomorrow, hitting off the new DCU with a big bang.